Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Tonight I'm going to do some boys Paw Patrol gifts, as well as, if you keep on watching till the end, I'm going to show you my Miraculous Popshelf haul. So just keep on watching. I am showing you these hidden blue dot things I got, Paw Patrol games that I got for a penny. Now, full transparency, I got 3 of these. I believe it's in a haul on my channel at 90% for 70 cents. And then the rest of them I got, and I think it's like 7 or 8 of them for a penny. So you guys know that I mainly buy just spare tiny amounts of 90%, and the rest I usually wait it out until it falls to a penny. So 3 of these, and I'm going to make them all up for Easter, but 3 of these, well, I probably sold those 3, I don't know, but 3 of them, and I did sell some during Christmas, so 3 were 70 cents and the others were a penny. Okay, so I'm just going to make 2 duplicate gifts. I have these little green dot containers. Now these were free to me. My friend who also does baskets traded some out for some things. I don't even think we traded. I think she just gave me some because she had a lot. And I knew that I wanted, yellow and blue for these Paw Patrol gifts. And so I think she might have gave me like 6 or 8 of the containers. And so those containers were free to me, but they were green dot containers. And so you could have got them during the triathlon. I didn't really see any, and I keep calling it the triathlon, but around October or November of last year, things were pennying every throughout a whole weekend. So you know, green dot was one of them, yellow dot accessories. I think a lot of the pink square summer toys, they all went. And that is kind of why, if you learn the sales, you can kind of track when to buy things so you don't necessarily have to store them all year long. So my Easter type things and toys, I usually get those from October to November, because during October, blue dot will go to a penny, always around Halloween. And if you look back at my shorts, you can see where on actual Halloween I'm still trick-or-treating and getting blue dot toys. And then summer usually goes around that time, the fall of the year as well. So if you're tracking the sales, there's no need to store items for years. This is for me, speaking for me. This is only speaking for Never a Million. There's not really a need to store toys all year long, because there will be some availability out. Of course, you might want some special things and some things that add pizzazz, but just generic toys, I always get them around the fall of the year, is when toy clearances start to penny out or go 90% off, because they want to bring in new items for the holidays. And so you can mash your Christmas items, and then you can have some that carry over to Easter like we're doing now. Okay, so just to get back to the gift at hand, I am adding some grass, and I got this grass during Christmas time from, and I think I got some more during Valentine's from the Hamper House here in Georgia. And so I always stock up on green around that time as well, because you know that can carry over, and green is always the color of grass, so it'll work for every gift around Christmas time. I also pick up a lot of my different colors. I said Christmas, but I meant Easter. It'll carry over from Christmas to Easter. And so I always get my colors that I can't get from the Hamper House. Those colors, I always get that after Easter, when the color grass goes on clearance as well. So because shred is kind of expensive and I use a lot of it, I have to use that in every single gift. I don't mind storing that after Easter, because you use it throughout the year. So I'm just sharing tips on how Never in a Million, myself, I am kind of a strategic shopper, and it cuts down on holding inventory for a long period of time. So I will tell you that I did mess up. So last Easter, there was a remodel that went, and I went toy crazy, and I got all those Nerf guns and items like that. And so I actually had too much for what my quantity of selling is, which was very strange because, Christmas time is not usually a good time for me to sell with kids, but I did outstanding. And so I was trying to hold some back for Easter, but I could have actually kind of probably got rid of most of this during Christmas this year. I don't know if that was an anomaly or if I hope it happens again, but Christmas was outstanding for me. This is the best Christmas I ever had in all my years of selling. And that was across the board. Women's, children, and men's gifts were outstanding for me this Christmas. Okay, so I'm adding some of these water shooters, is what they're called on the tag. And so I was thinking about adding some of those splash nets, but I decided against that and wanted to go with what they're called diving kits. Oh, well, I'll show you that later. I think now I'm going to go and show you how I did the popsicles. I'm just showing this because there's always new people watching and they may have not watched the older videos, but I always put my popsicles in what is called these little mesh bags or onion bags, I think they're called on Amazon. And I always do that. So I always get well, I don't want to say always because I don't like to store the popsicles. But if I buy popsicles, I'll get the bigger packs. And so I did happen to get them this summer, this fall, the popsicles when they pennied out. But I bought the 80 pack, the big boxes, and I separate them and put them in these bags, which I've talked about before in my other videos. So on the back here, I am going to add these little diving sets, and this came again on Pink Square in the fall of the year. They clearanced out, and I don't even think they went to 90 this year. They went straight to a penny, which was fantastic. And there are these little, what is called diving kits. And so I think it's like you would put them in a pool and then go and grab them up with the net or what have you. For this scenario, I am just going to call them like a bath like a bath toy, and I think that will fit in more with the theme. So if someone asks, I'm going to just say something that you can use to play in the bathtub, because I think that's more realistic than, saying it's dive and you go in the pool or use it at the beach. So I'm going to add those in for the back here. And those are the only two items. And I'm going to use these whales because I feel like it was like, a nice water themed. So that would be like the little savory snack that goes in this basket. And then to the front, I'm just going to make sure that this is kind of secure and stacked nicely. And then I'm just going to add snacks. The rest of these things will be snacks. And so I kind of take like a Walmart approach. I don't put a lot of toys in the gifts, just a few key items. And then the rest are some nice quality snacks. I use, just the regular chips. I will use the whales. I actually prefer whales better than goldfish. But I guess that would be maybe more generic than the other items that I used. But a Rice Krispie treat, and I think maybe some Fun Dip is included in these as well. And I just like to, I'm just going to add the snacks here and kind of finish up this gift. Everybody gets one of each of the snacks that I have up here, and we'll just roll right along. these are about finished, and we'll get ready to bag and bow. And I will come back to you with them all bagged up. And I'm just going to do my regular bow here. I start with this ribbon. And this is a good example of how you can get the biggest bang for your buck by getting the widest ribbon possible. And then I'm just going to tear this one. And I may speed this up because it does take a little while. You have to be slow when you're guiding this ribbon, because you can see it will kind of go to one side, if that makes sense. And you'll have one side that's wider than the other. So you have to kind of go a little bit slow. And it's just going to be the same kind of technique. Roll, fold, and cut. And then we'll be on our merry little way. But I'm just showing you how I kind of just tear the ribbon in half easily and get this bow to be bowing. And here I am, just adding those loops that I made to the back of this pull bow, and then tying it up and getting ready to add it to the gift. My tones of blue don't match exactly here, but I like that it's all tonal. So like I mentioned before, when in doubt, play the colors up. Play with those yellows, the blues, tone on tone. So the bucket isn't the same color as Chase. Chase isn't the same color as the ribbon, but it's all in the blue family, so it's gonna make sense that way. Just play with those colors. I wish I did have a yellow water gun or water shooter, but I just use orange kind of to play with that. But even you'll notice that I choose the whales because they have like kind of the orange and blue in there. I'll choose the fun dip that's trimmed in yellow. So just kind of playing up those colors will always make your gift seem a little bit more put together and more intentional than if you just put a lot of random things in there, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to add the bows and I'll be right back. Okay, I added one bow, and now I'm just going to show you how I add this second one. And I'm just going to add it to the back of the gift. Well, I'm going to add it to the front of the gift, but turn it around to do so. Tie it in the back, cut my strings, and then fluff it on the gift as I like to do. And it's just that simple. Kind of makes the pull bow a little bit more fancy and just jazzes it up a little bit. And I'm remembering to cut my tails and then fluff out, starting with the tails, bringing those down, and then adding, pulling and twist from the centermost loop, and you will have a bow. And then keep on watching because I'm about to show you my Miraculous haul from Popshelf today. So as we know, Popshelf went off to 90%. And so I'll tell you a little bit about, while we're waiting for me to flip this bow out, about my shopping. So you guys know, I just haven't been in the shopping game. I just haven't been in Dollar Generals. I've been kind of depleted or deflated. I just made a new word, depleted. Because to be honest, I get most of my inventory from Dollar General remodels, and they have changed the game on me, and I am slowly adapting, but I just have not been shopping. I'm sticking to my budget of trying to do this for $150 for Easter, and I was happening to watch Boss Lady Fees. I work, okay? Work a full-time day job, leave my house at 6 and get off at 6 and don't get back until like 7 or 8. But after I was leaving work, I popped on and I saw Boss Lady Fee showing her haul, and she showed some really nice things that I didn't need or want. But I am very low on girls' gifts. And so when she showed these LOL crayons, I said, that will be perfect. I need those. And I just whipped my car around. And I am not a super religious person. I'm more spiritual. I have a faith. I believe in God, but it's more about having a personal relationship with God to me. So I'm not super religious. I respect everybody's religion and their faith, even if it's different from mine. But I said, oh, I want those. I turned the car around and I just said like a quick little prayer. I was like, I don't want anything else out of this store. All I want is these. And it's so funny because in her chat, I said all these things. And I walked in at 7:06 p.m. and grabbed these and left. And they had plenty of other stuff. On my way out, I saw some sandcastle thingamajiggers. I saw doll houses, the headphones, video game sets and equipment. Left every little piece there. And I'm gonna tell you, because also the devil will speak to you, and I knew I could have got these for a penny, because where they were at, they would have been there next Tuesday. People shop the store, and I was contemplating, something said to me, just leave them, they'll be there. And I said, nope. I asked for these. I said I wanted them. I'm gonna get them at this 90% off. I got them, got my receipt, and I left. And as soon as I did, I got to the parking lot and I posted a little short, saying, whatever the Lord has for you has your name on it. It's for you. It doesn't care if you get to enter the store. When they open, you spent the night in the parking lot. I'm telling you what I know. I have seen people spend the night in the parking lot and don't leave with half the items that I leave. So I'm not saying that to be, I'm the best shopper, blah, 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 blah. I'm not. But I know whatever the Lord has for me has my name on it. And so I don't have to go running out or beating down people's doors or anything like that. I just count on Him to provide me in the means that I have. All right, guys, we're coming to the end, but I just wanted to quickly show you these little Valentine's gifts that I made, these little cereal concepts. And here lately, I have been including cereal in some of my gifts because it gives like the child something to do, like a little activity in the morning while the parents sleep in, and they really tend to like that. And so when Boss Lady Fee showed these, I just knew that this would be a perfect little add-on with the LOL to these gifts. I'm going to leave these gifts wrapped up just like this, and I'm going to stick it inside of an Easter basket, and I'm going to sell it. It gives the kids something to do while they're eating their cereal. And I think it's going to work out perfectly. So that was my intention as soon as I saw her have these, that I would go and kind of use those gifts in my Easter baskets. So, all right, guys, that was my haul. It was just these one set of items that I wanted and I got from the Popshelf. Like I guys told you, I'm trying to do this holiday on a strict budget, and I'm staying in that budget. All right, give the video a like. Thank you guys for subscribing, and see you back next time.